Have you ever felt like success keeps slipping through your fingers, no matter how hard you chase it? You wake up early, grind through the day, set ambitious goals, read every success book, follow every tip, and still, nothing seems to shift. It's like running toward a horizon that keeps pulling away. But what if the very act of chasing success is what's keeping it out of reach? Here's the truth most people never hear: success isn't something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. This idea, first shared by the legendary Jim Rohn, turns the hustle culture on its head. And it's backed by neuroscience. According to Dr. Joe Dispenza, your personality creates your personal reality. Which means, if you want different results, you don't need more effort, you need a shift in identity. The law of attraction is not about wishing. It's about aligning. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions operate in harmony, you emit a frequency that draws success to you like a magnet. This video is your guide to that transformation. We'll explore how to reshape your mindset, upgrade your habits, and change your environment so you naturally begin to attract the opportunities, relationships, and outcomes you've been chasing for years. Imagine not running after success, but having it show up because you've become someone it can't ignore. So take a deep breath. Because if you're tired of chasing, this might just be the moment everything starts to change. You want to change your life, right? To attract success, wealth, opportunities, maybe even love, freedom, or peace of mind. But here's what most people miss: you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Let that sink in. If your dominant thoughts are filled with fear, scarcity, and self-doubt, guess what you pull into your life? More of the same. That's not just spiritual fluff, it's neuroscience. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that your brain is a record of the past. If you're waking up every day thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, reacting to the same triggers, you're hardwiring your brain to recreate your past over and over again. So how do you break free? You rewire your mind. That starts with awareness. What are the dominant thoughts looping in your head right now? Are they empowering or limiting? Are they rooted in possibility or in pain? Rewiring is about replacing autopilot patterns with intentional beliefs. This isn't about repeating fake affirmations in front of a mirror. It's about training your mind to expect success, to normalize abundance, to feel safe being powerful. Imagine waking up tomorrow and instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," your mind quietly whispers, "I create value. I attract opportunities." That internal shift, done consistently, changes your emotional signature, the energy you broadcast into the world. And energy is everything. Jim Rohn said, "Work harder on yourself than you do on your job." Because once you grow your mind, everything else follows. Your results, your income, your relationships, your peace. So here's the challenge: become conscious of what you're thinking, and interrupt the patterns that no longer serve you. Read books that stretch you. Meditate on who you want to become. Visualize the life you desire, and, most importantly, feel it as if it's already yours. Because the brain doesn't know the difference between what's imagined and what's real. And that's your power. When you rewire your thoughts, you shift your identity. And when your identity changes, your entire life rearranges. Everyone wants success, but few ask the real question: am I the kind of person success is looking for? You see, success doesn't chase people. It's attracted to value. And value isn't something you inherit. It's something you build. Jim Rohn once said, "Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become." This flips everything upside down. It means that rather than asking for more money, more clients, more recognition, you start asking how to be more focused, more disciplined, more committed, more valuable. That's the difference between chasing and attracting. Think about magnets. A magnet doesn't run after metal. It just is. Its force pulls things toward it naturally, without strain. The same is true for you. When you cultivate character, vision, discipline, and clarity, you become a magnet for success. Now here's where Dr. Joe Dispenza adds a powerful layer. He teaches that your identity is the product of your beliefs, habits, and emotions. If you keep waking up thinking like the old version of yourself, how can you expect a new reality? To attract something different, you must become someone different. Let's pause here. Ask yourself, am I operating like someone who deserves the success I dream of? Are my daily actions aligned with the future I want to create? If the opportunity I've been waiting for showed up today, would I be ready? These are the questions that transform lives. Becoming valuable isn't about being flashy or perfect. It's about showing up as someone who contributes, learns, grows, and elevates others. When you become that person, the universe, your network, and even random strangers begin to respond differently. So, how do you build value? You start with habits. Winners aren't made in big moments, they're built in private, consistent routines. Wake up early. Read every day. Plan your goals. Stay focused. Be intentional with your words. Respect your time. Honor your commitments. These seem like small things, but done consistently, they shape an identity that success recognizes. Jim Rohn also taught that your income rarely exceeds your level of personal development. That's not just business advice, it's a life principle. If you want greater results, you must become someone who can handle and sustain those results. Let's be real, you don't attract wealth with a scarcity mindset. You don't attract love by being closed off. You don't attract opportunity by playing small. You attract what matches the energy you're putting out through your thoughts, your behaviors, your presence. That's what becoming valuable really means. And it's not just about skill, it's about energy. Dr. Joe Dispenza would tell you that your electromagnetic field, your vibe, is real. It's measurable. People feel it. So when you embody purpose, gratitude, and confidence, others are drawn to you without even knowing why. Now picture two versions of yourself. One who's reactive, distracted, filled with self-doubt. Another who's focused, self-respecting, and disciplined. Who do you think success gravitates toward? Exactly. You don't have to wait until you're ready. You just have to start acting like the person who already is. Train your mind. Build your discipline. Raise your standards. Success follows people who lead themselves first. So stop chasing. Start becoming. Because the most powerful way to attract success is to become someone it can't ignore. Are you enjoying the video? Then don't forget to hit that like button. You can have the best mindset, the strongest habits, the clearest goals, but if your environment is pulling you backward, success will always feel just out of reach. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And the truth of that statement runs deeper than most people realize. Your environment is not just where you live, it's what you absorb. It's who you talk to, what you watch, the energy around you. Success is a frequency, and your environment either tunes you in or throws you off. Let's break it down. Think of your closest friends or coworkers. Are they driven, positive, goal-oriented? Or are they constantly complaining, distracted, and settling for less? Whether you notice it or not, you're always downloading from your environment. Your brain is wired for mimicry, it mirrors behaviors, emotions, and beliefs from those around you. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains this as neurocoherence. When you're surrounded by a certain energy, your brain literally syncs to it. If your circle normalizes mediocrity, fear, or drama, those patterns start becoming yours, even if you don't agree with them consciously. That's why so many people struggle to grow, they're planting seeds in toxic soil. But here's the good news, you don't have to cut people off cold. You just need to become intentional. Ask yourself, who inspires me to grow? Who challenges me with love? Who drains my energy or keeps me stuck? Then act accordingly. Start by curating your environment like your life depends on it, because it does. Choose books, podcasts, and people that reflect who you want to become, not who you've been. Attend events, join masterminds, connect with those who are playing life at a higher level. When you align your environment, you accelerate your evolution. Here's a real-world example. Imagine someone trying to quit smoking while hanging out with smokers every day. No matter how strong their willpower is, the environment keeps reinforcing the old behavior. The same goes for success. If you're surrounded by people who don't believe in vision, who mock ambition, who fear failure, your growth will always hit resistance. But when you step into rooms where dreaming big is normal, everything changes. That's what happened to Jim Rohn. He was broke and going nowhere until he met his mentor, Mr. Schoaf. That one connection reshaped his entire worldview. He started thinking differently, acting differently, and eventually attracting a different life. You can do the same. Even if your current circle doesn't reflect your highest self yet, you can start shifting the energy. Be the one who brings inspiration to the table. Set the tone. Lead by example. The right people will be drawn to you as your energy evolves. Because here's the truth, every relationship is either pulling you forward or holding you back. There is no neutral. So choose intentionally. Curate relentlessly. Surround yourself with people who reflect your future, not your past. Your circle is either your cage or your catalyst. Which one is it going to be? So, let's bring it all together. You've learned that success isn't something you chase, it's something you attract. Not by doing more, but by becoming more. You now understand that your mindset is the magnet. When you rewire your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, when you step into a new identity, your external reality begins to shift. As Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches, to change your personal reality, you must first change your personality. You've seen that success doesn't respond to wishful thinking, it responds to value. And value is something you build, brick by brick, through habits, discipline, and purpose. As Jim Rohn said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's the secret. And perhaps most importantly, you now see that your environment is shaping you even when you're not looking. Your circle, your inputs, your daily surroundings, they're all either amplifying your growth or stalling it. So now the question becomes, who are you becoming? If success knocked on your door tomorrow, would you be ready, or would you sabotage it? Remember, you don't find success. You become it. Your transformation doesn't start when you achieve the goal, it starts right now, in how you think, how you act, how you lead yourself. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and join a community of people committed to becoming magnetic to success. And here's your challenge. Start becoming that person today.
Wow, you've tapped into the law of attraction. Feel that positive energy? This video found you for a reason. Let's amplify it together. Subscribe to manifest more life-changing content. Like to send positivity back to the universe. Share with someone you care about. You'll both benefit. Comment below with your thoughts or questions. Your engagement grows our community. Next video, I'll reveal a secret to manifest desires faster. Don't miss it. Join our vibrant community of manifestors. Let's co-create an incredible reality together. Your journey to unlimited abundance starts now. I believe in you.